JNN is brought to you by Tender Years Preschool.
This week on JNN, we give you an inside look on senior awards, Melissa Miranda critiques last week's election posters, Sabrina Sordello presents senior moments, Kenny Hem returns to the sports box, and Gregory High School receives a public health announcement. All this and more on JNN.
Good morning, Jags. I'm John Franzia.
And I'm Mariah Dominguez. Today is Friday, May 9th.
That means there are 13 days left till graduation.
That's 312 hours until summer vacation.
That's 18,720 minutes. Meanwhile, Ferris Bueller's Day Off will be showing tonight at 8 p.m. in front of the stage as part of a senior farewell.
All students are invited, but to be able to attend, you need to bring $5 and your ID card. Also, Oodles will be selling frozen yogurt for $4. There is an end-of-the-year blowout sale of Jag gear in the SBO. Stop by and get a great deal on your spirit wear. The lost and found bins are overflowing with stuff. All items will be put on tables outside the SBO May 12th through the 15th. Stop by and see if anything you have lost might be there. If any items are left after the 15th, they will be disposed of or given to charity. Now, Melissa Miranda takes a look at last week's student elections with her critique.
Even though student elections are now complete and officers are in place for next year, reminders of the campaign are still visible in some classrooms and hallways that still feature election posters. Before we turn away from this contest, we thought it'd be worthwhile to take a close look at some of the tools used by candidates. I'm talking, of course, about the campaign posters. You may have noticed a change in overall quality of election posters this year. Gone are the days when students simply took thick markers to construction paper and added a little glitter for design appeal. This year, students employed desktop publishing skills to craft posters that reflected a new level of sophistication. Some of the candidates point to last year's campaign as influential in the art of poster design. Crystal Jimenez credits Tim and Michael Gallagher's theme posters as a driving force for her own design.
Oh yeah, definitely. Theirs turned out really great, and I heard lots of comments about theirs, so I was just trying to get that attention, that positive feedback.
Jimenez created a variety of posters of herself depicting music videos, movie references, and even old-fashioned posters. Jimenez spent approximately $20 to produce her posters, admitting that after creating the visually appealing designs, she fell back on this traditional pen and paper look. Tori Maravilla created a wide range of looks for her campaign posters. She drew on reference from Mean Girls, Teen Wolf, Awkward, and like Jimenez, drew up a few posters by hand. Stan Stapley's poster was clean and simple as he paired his last name with the corporate logo. Albert Labaria crafted some beautiful work that broadcasts the simple catchphrase, "Alberts know best," referencing the famous Albert Einstein to back him up. Julia Harris relied mainly on her talent for taking selfies, but in the end building incorporated blinking lights into the poster. What creativity! But don't put on the bulletin board, there's just too much going on. And finally, the classic Christian doll. If you know Doll, you understand his humor. There are just a few mentions of the creative work produced by candidates and their campaigns. This year's crop of candidates have really set the bar high for future elections. While not all the posters guaranteed an election victory, it's fair to say that we'll bring the heat. I'm Melissa Miranda, and this has been your critique on student elections.
Today's the deadline for all non-textbooks in the library. To not be penalized, all reading material must be returned. Seniors, the panorama pictures have arrived. Come by the SBO and pick up yours. If you didn't purchase one but would still like to, you can buy your picture for $12. Also, Gregory Floral will be selling fresh roses and leis the night of graduation. Now, it's time for your senior moments with Sabrina Sordello.
Hey seniors, can you hear that? It's the clock ticking away. With less than 2 weeks of school left, we have some last-minute details that need to be taken care of. Clearance cards will be distributed Monday in your government class and are due the 19th. They will determine if you walk the stage. Do you know where you'll be going after graduation? If so, stop by the Inn building and sign up for your final transcripts with Mrs. Brazil. Remember, if you do not sign up in May, your final transcripts will not be sent in June. Did everyone have a good time at prom last week? I saw lots of cute pictures on Instagram. If you want to share memories like these from your senior year, send your pictures to gregoryseniors2014@gmail.com to make it on the slideshow that will play during senior breakfast on the 21st. Please send those by the 17th. Starting Monday, senior graduation thank you messages will be recorded every lunch period until Thursday. See Tommy Tran in the Teacher's Lounge next to the cafeteria. These short messages will be played before the graduation ceremony begins. Be sure to show your appreciation to those who helped you throughout your high school years. Wednesday was Senior Awards Night. Let's take a look at some of those accomplishments of the class of 2014. The evening started off with an introduction by college counselor Cynthia Shepard, announcing that our seniors have earned $4,596,954 in scholarship money. Over 100 scholarships and honors were awarded.
Senior Awards Night is kind of the culmination of 4 years of work by our students. Our class of 2014 this year. It's kind of the coming together of military awards, students going off to join the military, our students that have been recognized by colleges and universities with scholarships, our local community that offers scholarships to these students. We're coming together. It's kind of one great send-off for our class of 2014.
Financial scholarships were given and presented by the respective representatives. CSF honors ropes were given to lifetime members, as well as all acceptance awards for honor admissions and collegiate athletes. Also in the ceremony, Grigori honored campus-exclusive awards and scholarships, including the Melinda Nielsen Souza Scholarship, alongside departmental awards and the Joseph A. Grigori Award of Excellence. Senior Christian Valencia was the recipient of the 2014 award.
I saw everyone else look around. They just stopped and looked at me, and I was speechless. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to act. I mean, I didn't expect this award. It's basically the culmination of everything I've ever done at Grigori for my 4 years. And as I was walking up, I had tears in my eyes because I finally saw all of my dreams and all my accomplishments at Grigori realized.
Congratulations to all seniors. This week, we're going to focus on a different kind of senior. Not one who's leaving for college, but who already earned his degree about 30 years ago. He's now leaving us for bigger and better things, like retirement.
I'm Jim Curtis, and I teach biology here at Grigori High School. It's been 3 wonderful years, and what I would like to share with you is my most memorable and exciting moment this year, and it's a true event, and I call it the Marlin Perkins Wild Kingdom event. And so it involves this spider here called an argiope, and so I bring her in, and she can't be caged because she spins a web, an Charlotte's type web, the orb web, in between 2 sticks. So there's no way to put her in a cage to do that. And then what I do is I let every class see how she goes about feeding. And she eats large, thumb-sized, powerful grasshoppers. So I catch those out in the field and I bring those in. And when I place them in the web, when they move, she comes down on them, and with her 8 delicate feet, at the tips of her 8 delicate legs, she starts rolling it up. And at the same time, she shoots out a sheet of silk that's about the size of your little finger. And it's fascinating to see, and the students are filming it, and she's got her own website. In fact, I think people have put her on the web out there. So, so everything goes like that, and students are always curious, is she going to come off the web? And it's no, she's not going to come off the web. Why not? Because there's the water there. She hates water. She touches the water, she goes up, she stays there upside down until she literally dies there. And that's within 1 season. And so this day we were feeding her, and so the students were all up and they had their cameras out, and they were getting ready to feed her, and I put the grasshopper in there, and depending on how you look at it, from a student's point of view, things didn't go right. From my point of view, it couldn't have been more perfect. So she didn't quite subdue the grasshopper, and the grasshopper gave a powerful kick with its legs, and they came off the web tethered together, orbiting one another, just orbiting one another. And right then I knew I was experiencing something that is just precious. It's just a prize. You know, that's never happened before. Students started yelling and screaming. And it was almost like I was so focused I could hear things in detail in slow motion. Like over here I heard, "She's off the web," and over here I heard, "Oh no," and over here I said, "Help," and over there, "Help yourself." And they were just scattering, backing up, pushing into one another. One individual tripped, and then 4 or 5 other students fell on top. They couldn't get off. They were so nervous they couldn't get off. They were just piled on top there. The others were off into the corners of the room. I had a few guys that ran out of the room down the hallway. So, and to me, this is just really exciting. She fell on the floor, the spider, off my chest onto the floor, and the cricket's dragging her. So I was concerned about the pile of students, but also she's delicate. So I had to reach down, and I could hear a student say, "He's picking her up." So I grabbed the spider to put her back on there. And so to me, you know, as a biologist, nothing like that has ever happened before. And it was exhilarating. And it happened in one class, and I'd think, oh my gosh, if that could just happen once a week, I don't know if I'd even retire. And so that's my story. My most memorable moment came this year, my final year, and I've been doing this for a number of years. Nothing like that's happened.
I'm Sabrina Sodello, and this has been your Senior Moments.
Seniors attending grad night. You must arrive at the gym before 5 a.m. Don't be late. Bring walking shoes and warm clothes. You may also bring a blanket and pillow for the ride. If you bring a snack, make sure it's unopened and store-bought. Takeout, McDonald's, and Starbucks is prohibited. Drug dogs will be on campus to check students before boarding. If you have any questions, see Miss Maravilla in room N206. Summer Sports Information Night is Thursday, May 15th at 6 p.m. in the multipurpose room. Athletes and parents can meet coaches and get information on all summer sports programs, including AAU conditioning and preseason preparation for fall sports. And now, here's Kenny Hem coming from the JNN Sports Box.
What's up, Grigori High? I'm Kenny Hem, and this is the JNN Sports Box. First up, boys golf. In addition to placing second at MMC, this is the first time in Grigori history that boys golf has made it to sections. Sophomore Greg Jolly moved on to Masters after shooting 79 at sections. Jolly has broken a school record for shooting 3 under par at a 35-hole course. Masters will take place on Monday at the Reserve Spanos Park in Stockton at 8:30 a.m. Good luck to Greg Jolly. Boys tennis finished 3rd in MMC. Sophomore Andrew Ng and freshman Ken Wang teamed up to compete at the MMC doubles tournament and made it to semifinals before losing to Modesto High. Great season you had, guys. Girls soccer finished up their season with 4 wins, 2 losses, and only 3 ties to place 3rd in league. Last Tuesday, the girls tied Downey 1-1 for their last league game and came up short 0-3 against Rockland in the first round of playoffs. Good job on your season, girls. Girls softball defeated Enox 3-2 on May 1st to avenge an early loss to the Eagles in the beginning of the season. The Lady Jags then went on to beat Downey 7-0 on Tuesday of this week to finish their season with a league record of 11-1. Grigori took first place along with Enox in second. Great job, Lady Jags. Boys baseball also captured the MMC title this 2014 season after defeating Downey 8-1 on May 1st. The Jags share their first place accomplishment with Enox, who also finished with a final league record of 10-2. The boys faced off against Escalon as they await the start of playoffs, beating the Cougars 8-6 on Tuesday and losing 11-5 on Wednesday. Playoffs begin Thursday at the University of Pacific, and the Jags will play either St. Mary's or Lincoln. Well, that's it for the Sports Box this week. I'm Kenny Hem, signing off.
Art club members going to San Francisco tomorrow? You must be in front of the school by 7 a.m. Mr. Orlando and Miss Miranda would like to thank the Global Club members for all their hard work this year, recycling and raising awareness about global issues that affect us all. It's a dirty job, but truly meaningful. And now, an urgent public service announcement from our very own health teacher, Miss Stoneheart.
Can you smell it? Well, I can smell it. It's not the flowers blooming. It's spring fever. Can you see it? Well, of course you can. You'd have to be blind not to see the couples playing tonsil hockey in the halls, and swapping spit at lunch instead of food. Mr. Springer! Mr. Springer! There's spring fever going on around here, and it's happening here, here, and here. It even smells like teen spirit in here. The wrong kind of spirit. Who do they think they are? Trying to hide in each corner and crevice on campus. We see you, Mr. Springer! Time to release the hounds, Mr. Springer! And here's what we're after. A, B, and C. Hey, where do you think you are? Hands in the air, and keep them there. Oh, Mr. Springer, I need to get a word with you. And
the opinions expressed in this program do not necessarily reflect the views of JNN or Grad High School, but merely the opinion of health teacher Henrietta Stoneheart.
Mr. Springer!
Does that woman actually work here?
I didn't see a lanyard around her neck.
Mr. Springer?
We'll get that sorted out. In the meantime, I'm John Franzia.
And I'm Ryan Dominguez.
See you next week.